Yeah, well,
You're
it's
listening to
all
another episode of Mr. Allard's Neighborhood. This is the place where you're entitled to Brad's opinion. And now for your host, Brad Allard.
Well, I'm back from my mini vacation from the wilds of Oklahoma and have with me Sara Roberts. Or do you go by Sara Brown Roberts?
Really, Sara Roberts,
Yeah,
unless
okay.
you're my mom, and
Yeah.
she still calls me Sara Brown.
Okay, well, that's me too. I
Right.
still call my daughter by her maiden name. But anyway, she is the newest member of the Burleson Area Chamber. This is your third day, and they throw you in at a deep end, do
They
they?
throw me in. Cabrina's like, hey, I told you I was going to throw you to the wolves,
Yeah,
and here you go.
well, this is easy stuff, but...
This is easy. It's like catching up with an old friend, I
Yeah,
guess.
she's
Not old, but...
Well,
you know.
that's why I don't want to say, oh, it's an old student of mine, because, hey, thank you. No, I say a former student. I won't say the year. Yeah, no, I'm old. You kidding? I'm so old these days. I feel it too. But no, you look almost exactly the same as you did in school. It's
Ditto.
amazing. Yeah.
Yes, thanks.
You take care of yourself well. That's
I
very
try.
good. Yeah. And
It's all that clean living.
is it clean living? Is it? Okay. And, we're talking about you and your husband, Chris. He's going to be watching the show. So shout out to Chris.
Hey, babe.
What was the name of his business again?
It's Ramcraft Construction.
And the
Yes.
number you told me, I forgot
Oh,
already.
you forgot what it was? You can find him on Facebook.
Okay, all right. I was just trying to give him some free publicity. But
I
anyway,
appreciate that.
she's on the chamber now, and what are you going to do for him?
I'm going to be working as Cabrina's assistant.
You just whatever it is, whatever title.
Whatever I am told to do, I am going to do it.
And I could tell Cabrina set you up because she has all these notes. Every time Cabrina comes
yes,
in here.
if y'all see me reading, it's like all the notes.
Well,
that
that's all
she's
right.
like, here, talk about this. Yes, okay.
I like it when Cabrina's on because I say, okay, tell us what's going on. And then I go have some coffee. Have a
Right, you just leave the
sandwich,
room for a few minutes and it's fine.
For 45 minutes and I come back and then I'll say, and finally, yeah. And so, but she really always comes prepared and I appreciate that. And y'all do so much. It's amazing how much y'all do.
I'm impressed with, so yeah, it is just my third day, but if you really want me to get into that, I'll just jump right in there. So I was an ambassador for a few months and kind of kept going up to meetings and whatnot and saw an empty desk in her office and my heart was just heavy, super heavy one day. Like I kept hearing a voice saying, call Cabrina. And I did it. And I asked her if they were hiring, had no idea. And she said, actually, yes, Sara, I just put job description together and sent it over to Kendall and come in today.
See, I don't think that's a coincidence.
No, I think it was a
Almighty.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a thing. Again,
Yeah, somebody was talking to you.
somebody was talking to me.
That's a
And
good
so
thing.
I am super excited about being part of the chamber just because of my 45 years belonging to, I don't have a problem saying how old I am.
Okay, well, yeah. 45, I would never have guessed. Well, except if I hadn't known you, I would have guessed much younger, but there you are.
Thanks.
Before we get into all the other stuff, though, let's talk about the sponsors who make all this possible, many of which are members. CrossFit Burleson at 317 Southwest Wilshire. Now, you may not know this, but you will. You'll come to know just about everything going on in business very, very quickly with Cabrina. They have new ownership now. And the two young ladies that own it were on the show about 3 weeks ago, and they got all these plans and whatnot. And I don't know if they're members, but you got to go by and shake them down. Their name are Lexi and Bailey, and they're really nice young ladies. So CrossFit Burleson, 317 Southwest Wilshire, and then you have Shandy Stoggsdale. You're probably familiar with her.
I'm a little familiar with it.
Yeah,
yes,
you
just a
used
little
to be
bit.
in real estate, but now you got out of that racket.
Yeah, but we graduated together. So.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's right. But she just handled my daughter's house, and it went really well. All these little bumps and details that were driving me nuts, like, this is just part of it. The closing thing is what was driving me nuts. Oh, we got to hold these papers for 72 hours. Why? I don't know, but because we do.
Right.
And then, okay, we're going to do it this day. Oh, no, so-and-so was out today, so...
It's just part of it. You got to roll with the punches whenever it comes to real estate.
But she handled it well and got our house sold, and it's really a great deal. So thank you, Shandy. Also, you know this place, I'm sure, our place.
Love me some Otto.
Yeah, Otto is out of town. In fact, the whole crew is out of town, so to speak. They're off this week. The whole restaurant's got a week off. I didn't know that because normally about every 2 weeks, but every Thursday morning, my Sunday school class of men and I get together for breakfast and try to solve the world's problems. And we're supposed to do it this Thursday. Call in. Oh no, we're off. And see that to me says a lot about Otto because these people are paid off. All right, they're not because they need the money, right? And
Yeah.
so they're not just going to say, well, I'm taking a week off and the rest you can just try to make your rent in July. No, that's a mark of why he has the same staff over and over
I
again.
was going to say the same staff, and you can, they're family.
Yeah, they are.
And it says a lot about him and
So
the way he runs business.
So when it gets back, go do yourself a favor and drop by and have breakfast or lunch. Also, this is another BHS graduate. He's a couple years behind
Oh, yes.
you. You know Wild Cigar?
Yes.
Yes, I've been there a few times. It's a great place. And a lot of people say, well, I don't smoke cigars. Well, you can go there and have a drink. And it's quiet and do your business there. They have a conference room there.
Chris is awesome.
Yes.
And I'm so proud of him.
Yes, he really has a great business. He was the feature of an article last week. There's a new publication coming out called Burleson Buzz. I ought to hook you two together with Cody O'Brien, you and him, because he does a lot of stories, and then you can talk about the chamber and all this other stuff. It's really good stuff. No. So Wild Cigar and Culture. I hope you're doing well, Chris. Hope you had a good 4th.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, he was at the party at the pavilion they had a couple of days ago for the 4th, and it was a real big deal. Speaking of party pavilion, it was put on by Tiffany Nico, and from everything I heard, I was in Oklahoma for the last 3 days, so I wasn't able to go, but I heard it was great and lots of fun.
Good feedback from that.
Yeah, and she's an avid supporter of all things Burleson, just like y'all are, and so check out localftx.com.
She's like a little ray of sunshine.
Yes.
I love seeing her out and about.
Yeah, she is, and I've gotten to know her in the last couple of years, and it's been really, really nice. I think the new issue should be out this week, even if it was a holiday week. Didn't the 4th being on Tuesday just kind of throw your schedule off?
Throws everything off.
Yeah.
Because yesterday was the longest Mondayest Wednesday ever.
Yeah, Mondayest Wednesday.
It was awful.
It's like, yeah, it was. It's like, wow, this should be Friday. No, it's just Thursday. Well, anyway. So thank you to Tiffany for all you do. Also, another one, Southern Jim. Do you know this outfit? They're a member of the chamber.
I've not had the pleasure.
My wife works here now. She
Really?
retired, close to about 9 months ago from Centennial, and she works here. She's not working today, but they're open today, and they opened up the new location last Friday. They used to be on the 3rd floor. Now they're on the bottom floor, about 2.5 times the space. Very nice.
Good.
Friday. See, I told you I'm all messed up. Friday was their first day down in the new space, and it's beautiful. And it looks
very classy. So
it is.
I don't know that I can afford that.
No. People say that. They said they do have some pretty high end stuff, but they have stuff that's very affordable. I mean, you got the whole range. And the good thing, you can take Chris over there, and I don't know if he's into jewelry or not. He may be, but if it's not, you can park him over at this bullpen they have, and he'll have a Dr. Pepper or a glass of wine or whatever, and watch the horse races. So it's like a place to park the husbands. See why you go in and spend the mortgage money.
Waiting on a woman.
Yeah, well, I thought that was incredibly smart because I do stuff with Robin, antique mall shopping, which is, it's okay. I like it, all right, for a little while, but I get bored a lot quicker than she does. And I'd like a place to sit down, but I don't want to go to some, tea and doily place. I want to have beer, something like that. And we had the ball game on, and she's going to have that. So I thought that was pretty.
That's a great concept.
But she's a member, as is Texas Farm Bureau is a member. Oh, I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. Pro Roofing, John Williams at 817-734-2756. You can check your roof out. He checked mine out about 2 weeks ago, said I was good to go. And I like that because, he wasn't trying to upsell me and say, oh my Lord, how is this building still standing?
Right.
And they're Burleson folks. They're in Old Town. So Pro Roofing, call John, 817-734-2756. Now we get to Texas Farm Bureau and Melissa, 682-804-0534. She'll tell you what you need to know about your insurance. I had a good insurance company. I wasn't happy with mine, but I let her check mine out just because she's a B&I friend of mine. Mm-hmm. And she saved me money and upped my insurance. And so it did work out, yeah. And if she couldn't, she'd have told me. Also, thank you to Stop Restoration. I got to get these right. Stop Restoration with Morris and Lisa Smith. I've had them on a couple of times. They handle all sorts of hazards like water damage, fire damage, biohazards, the whole thing.
This is good to know.
Yeah, you need some of this?
No, I don't, but I mean, this is, yeah.
Yeah, well, the last 3 group mentioned people I mentioned. No, the last 4 people I mentioned are BNI members, a networking group I'm in, and Gabrina knows of it, and they get and say, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm just like, I better get home and see if my house is still standing. But the thing about it is people think of damage, like after a tornado or a, flood or something like that. But there's all sorts of damages like a leaky hot water heater or leaky dishwater and washer. And it's just causing problems you don't even know about. And they're licensed mold people, so they could tell you, hey, you got a mold problem, you didn't even know about it. Uh-oh.
Fire risk. Oh.
Go back. Did Alex Phillips just have a question?
I haven't gotten to you yet, Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be on the show on Monday, so I'm looking forward to that.
Gonna have to ask him some questions. Then.
Yeah. Oh, you do need it. You don't know Alex, really? You
No,
need to
I'm
know
kidding.
him. Okay.
No. He and I and Sarah King have become, since after high school, we have become extremely close. We are a great just bonding group for each other.
Sara sells insurance also, right?
Farmers insurance.
Yeah. Okay. See.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't putting a plug in there, but
it's
like,
fine.
no,
Melissa will be fine.
No, sorry, but I mean,
Melissa's
my bad, Melissa. No.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's good to have her. I really liked Alex, and of course, I can't get any secrets from him. I'm going to try to pry a few out of him on Monday. Hey, who's
Good
coming?
luck with that. His lips are sealed.
I know. And he's been on the show about 2 or 3 times, and I said, "Tell us the inside story. What next business is coming?" I don't think I could get it out of him if it took a bat to him. So
there's once a year, I believe. State of the city. See the education,
Yeah.
He will give you some insight there sometimes. But
Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I look forward to seeing him on Monday.
he's a good dude. No.
Well, let's talk about you. You told me you just felt compelled to call.
Yeah. So kept seeing this empty desk there. Heartfelt, just heavy to call her. She said, I just did the job description details, sent it over to Kendall, come in today. So I did. And the part about just being back in my community, being in my own backyard, giving back to the community, seeing all of the things that I will say Gabrina has done. I know that she's very humble and she doesn't want to take all the credit, but Jessica is her sidekick as well and does an amazing job. So just watching how she has brought the chamber back to life and working with the city, and it's just incredible.
Right, and a lot. The membership has grown significantly.
Since January, 80 members.
Right.
Since January, that is huge.
And then with the number of businesses coming in, I think they're going to even be more because I read about a week ago we have a couple of new joints coming in, like on the Summercrest and Wilshire. I already knew that, Alex. Thank you. No, and no, it's I don't know exactly. I'm sure he'll tell you Monday, but it was a couple of restaurants, and I thought, man, we don't have to cook anymore in this town.
No, you can anything you want is available.
But being from Burleson like you have been all your life, and Burleson graduates, you remember we go back to the days where, Burger King was like a big deal, you know.
Yes.
I've told this story several times on the air I remember about your time frame. There's rumors of a new restaurant coming in. I'm thinking, I hope it's something decent, because I'm getting tired of pizza. And it was Burger King. And I thought, they're getting this excited about Burger King? Are you kidding me?
And that building's still standing.
Yeah. But I tell you, one of the things that really generated some real kick in the backside, get growth going on, was that Chili's and all those restaurants on the Fort Worth side of the highway.
Yes.
And so we want some of that action here.
We're getting it. Razzoos is coming up strong, and
it's going to be open pretty soon, isn't it?
It's supposed to be in the next few weeks. Yeah.
Well, they're opening. I thought by Labor Day is what I was thinking, but I don't know.
It kind of keeps changing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You asked Gail about that. I mean,
it's like a little tease. We'll get it.
They open August 1st. Look at there.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you.
They well, Gail tried to move from the 3rd floor to the 4th floor, or bottom floor rather. For months, but all these other problems, particularly with the cabinets. Maybe she should have
Chris,
Chris.
Ramcraft Construction, me her cabinets. It is true.
Yeah, I mean, she had all these problems getting things done. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. But so other than just running around and being her sidekick, do you have any specified duties? Like you do social media, or does Jessica do that?
That is Jess.
Okay.
Jessica will be doing the social media. She'll still be attending all the ribbon cuttings and things. I just I'm there to answer the phones and answer questions and help come up with events and.
But so it's not really a heavy stress thing. I mean, after being in real estate like you were, I don't see how y'all do it. Honestly, I really don't. All those bumps and problems and the pressure of trying to sell on commission. No thanks.
I had a short stint with that. I don't know. That was my second time to have my license, and I was my mom's assistant for a little while, and then joined in 2008 when that crisis happened.
Oh,
and then
good timing.
I got my license back whenever COVID happened. I have great timing.
Yes, you
It's impeccable.
Yeah.
So, I want structure and stability and
Regular hours.
Regular hours, and we have great hours. But yeah, no, to be there and be a part and help these businesses grow in a different aspect.
Well,
and all come together.
And being a Burleson person, you have a vested interest in that.
I have a very large vested interest, yes. And I love my town, and I love the fact that it's still is small. We are growing, but it still has the small town feel no matter what.
I think so. And I think that what's helped out a bunch is that Plaza and the old town growth, not just Rezu's and all these other places, but,
Right.
Fresco's added a bunch when they came in about it. Oh, gosh, it'd be about 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And all these others and Babes, of course. Now, you're right above Babes, right?
Right above Babes. Get to smell that chicken all day long.
Do you? Do you get hungry for that? Or just after a while, like, I get home saying, we're not having chicken?
No. No.
Okay.
Too fried for me.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Well, but we didn't have those things when we were back in the 90s.
No.
I mean, where did you go?
It was Mama's Pizza. Well, the original Mama's Pizza, right?
Yeah,
like you said, Mama's and Dairy Twin. And
Dairy Twin, or was that pizza place was several things, like Burleson Pizza Company with the Howards that owned it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it was a Pizza Inn, I believe, when I first moved here. And then I believe Marion Howard bought it, made it the Pizza Company, which I really liked. But,
It was good.
and then Mama's, and then now it's a pawn shop, I believe. And, I thought, all right, Fast Taco, Pizza Inn, or Grandy's.
Grandy's.
I love
Oh,
Grandy's.
my gosh, their cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
I miss their cinnamon
I
rolls.
miss their chicken fried steak. They really were good. And Fast Taco, of course, is an institution. In fact, they're opening up a new place directly across the street from here.
This Fast Taco looks like a
It's
mall.
open.
It's what? Yeah, it is open.
already
It
open.
looks like
It's open
a
already.
dadgum mall.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy big.
And they have a bar in there. Yeah, or like a full-on bar, not just like a,
I'm making a pit stop on the way back to
I
work.
know. I mean, like a full, open bar. And I'm like,
That's fancy. Is it the Fast Taco headquarters?
I don't know. I remember the owner's name was Allard back in the day. Is that still the case? I wonder. But there's other places. Gina's Pizza, remember, is the first place.
Yum. Yeah. My
Yeah.
mom ate that when she was pregnant with me.
Yeah,
so
okay.
came out like
Well, there's some changes coming, I believe, but I don't know all the details of that, so I'd rather not say. But
Okay.
and they're also, we're just going down memory lane here. Our first restaurant, the only restaurant I knew of, was the Old Golden Corral,
Right.
which was, I don't know how it avoided being cited by the health department, but it didn't matter. China Doll, same thing. I love China Doll, but I just learned to ignore the roaches crawling on the paneling.
Yum.
Yeah, you remember China Doll, right? And
No, I don't.
you don't remember China Doll? It's right next to where it's Hobby Lobby. It used to be the old Walmart, and then there was Old Country Steakhouse, which is where our place is. now.
Yum. Yes. No, I do remember that place.
And then the worst Mexican food joint in North America, Jose's. But the only reason why people went to Jose's, it was the only place I knew that had a wait staff, and it had margaritas, and people would buy, the memberships then.
Jose's, like the one in Cleveland?
I don't know if they're related or not, but it was.
That was the best. The one that was in Cleveland.
No,
was the best.
well, then they weren't related. Okay. I have no idea, but and then it came, of course, the China King or whatever it was, and then now it's been empty for.
Forever.
And I'm sure Alex knows what's going on with it, but he ain't going to tell us. But that's for Monday. I'll try to get it out of him.
I would love to know.
You know what
something's
really
going
also has been a kind of change for me is now they've torn down that old Methodist church where Hill College was, and I'd taught there for 20 years. And just you drive down there and you notice it's gone, right?
Yeah, it was like yesterday morning I went in.
Yeah.
And then yesterday afternoon, and it was completely flat.
And it just,
So,
the landscape at Burleson was changed. You get used to seeing certain things for years, and now it's gone.
yeah.
And I've been talking with Victoria about what's going on there, and I'm sure the chamber will have a piece of that action because y'all do. I don't know how much y'all advise people like Alex or others, but I do know that from our conversations with Cabrina, they are very interested in what comes in, and they're very keen about recruiting businesses to this area.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. No, we are. We will. Anything that comes in, we like to help them grow and survive and be successful. That's what our main goal is to help those businesses network. And
it isn't
be
so
seen.
much from what I understand, it isn't so much that y'all get notified that this might come and please go talk to them, but you get notified that they are coming and please go talk to them.
Yes.
You get the word as quickly as the paper is signed, and so y'all can, introduce them to the community and what you do for them. And
that's a great way for them to be noticed between Facebook and our media pages and website.
Well, and I use your website because when I had some work when my daughter's house needed to be done, I looked there.
You go to the you go to the Chamber of Commerce and you can see who the member, not just the businesses in itself, and
Right?
see
And
who you need to.
well, I mean,
business
I
with.
don't
Keep
know
it
how many
local.
HVAC guys you got, but I called a couple of them, that I saw on the list, and I think I knew something about them. And that's one of the real advantages. For me, the real advantage is just having my name associated with it, because I could tell people I'm with the Chamber of Commerce, and it's like, oh, you're not just some rinky-dink outfit. A lot of people come in here and they think in this studio, they think, I'm in my mother's basement and all that. And people come and go, wow. Well, they do. They say, oh, Allard has a podcast. But they think it's in a basement. And they come in here and they see Taylor's out there and they see all these cameras and screens and they're like,
No, it's like
Yeah.
legit.
legit, it's real.
We legit.
They're legit. And he's always tinkering. In fact, he has a new sign that says live back there. That's new. They used to be just, did you paint that over the weekend and put the sign up?
I just pulled a banner off of it.
Okay, well, good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Taylor, good job.
Yeah. So he does local work for businesses for like promos
awesome.
and stuff. Like really nice stuff. I gotta say, Taylor, you do good work.
Well, thank you.
All right. And anyway, you have that big list. I know Gabrina is saying she's probably TikTok.
This is one of the tests to see if I last through the rest of the week.
Yeah, we'll see. So what's going on in July?
Oh my goodness. We have tons of events in July. So next Tuesday, Network at Night. Those are from 4:30 to 6. July 11th. It's open to the public. It's at First Financial Bank.
Where's that? Just to be sure.
It's right there on.
Okay, sorry.
Yep.
It's
across from Goodwill. I know how to get there.
Okay,
you
yeah,
go, you go
okay.
down and you take a right.
Yeah, everybody knows what that is. Then it's near HEB. It's across from Goodwill. I mean,
Yes.
I didn't know if you had
Sorry,
the actual
John,
address.
Sons,
No,
like-
we know where it is. You just say it's across from Goodwill. Everybody knows where that is.
Yeah, just keep going past Goodwill.
Hewlin and the 174. I tell you, Alex is good.
I'm so glad you're watching the show, Alex. You're my biggest.
Yeah, he's a big supporter.
He is a big supporter. He's a large fan. Like
Yeah.
say, me, him, and Sarah were
Real
a gang.
little trio. Huh?
Yes, we are. So
Well, and I've been told a lot about those things. Normally, I wasn't able to make most of those because I taught a class on Tuesday nights. But now that summer, I can maybe make these now.
they're fun. They
are.
really are. You get to know like the business itself, and sign up to win some prizes. Maybe.
I mean, well, and there's certain expectations if you're going to host this thing. And I've asked Gabrina, I said, how do you get to do this? Well, talk to me in about 12 months because you're booked
We're booked.
till next spring.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's like, wow.
It's important. I mean, it's a great way to show off your business and highlight what you want the community to. That's why it's open to the public. You highlight it.
Well, she's
things you
asked
want
me
them to know.
if I want to do it. Like, I would never get all these people here in this
You
studio.
think that people want to come and look at
Yeah.
what a studio looks like?
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
professional, and it's not a basement.
Yeah, it's not a basement. I just with my tinfoil hat yelling about Joe Biden.
Quit it.
Anyway,
On to the next one.
Yes.
So that's July 11th. July 20th, the next North Texas Tollway Authority is going to do our lunch and learn, and our lunch and learns are quarterly.
can you ask him a question? Like
Can you
they're
ask them?
why
They're
they're
going
raising
to
the
be-
tolls? Why is the toll going up?
That's at First Baptist Church, and they'll be talking about current and future projects in the area, discussing plans for improving the transportation infrastructure of North Texas.
I went to your educational summit in April. And
It was mine.
you were there.
No,
Oh,
just kidding.
Okay, fine. Anyway, it was back in April, and it was great, and they had, of course, the speaker from Hill, and the poor guy's slides all malfunctioned, but they had Jimerson and a few others speak, and the food was from Fresco's. I was like,
Yum.
it was really good, and it was really, and not just the food, but the whole presentation. So I like those things.
I do. Well, I like the concept of them. I can't wait to go to all these events. I get to do this now.
And you
This is
get
part
to
of my
eat.
job.
You get to eat for free.
Hey, feed me now.
Yeah.
July 25th is the Business Over Breakfast. That one is for members only. It's a great networking opportunity for businesses.
They
that are
usually have the Centennial Culinary class cater it, but now it's summer.
I don't believe in this summer they
Yeah,
do.
right.
So this one's going to be at Russell Farm Art Center, which that's where it's held during the summer. And then it'll be moved back to the Brick, I believe, starting once school starts.
And it's going to be in that barn area. Have you ever been in that barn?
Haven't, no.
I've
I
been
have
to
a girlfriend that goes all the time. She loves that place.
Oh, it's
Takes her daughter there.
it is a great place. I've had a couple of wedding receptions have gone there, and a wedding itself.
Not your
there.
wedding reception.
No, but mine's 35 years ago, and these kind of wedding
Shout out to
receptions.
Robin.
Yeah, let's just say my wedding reception and the ones I see at this barn are a lot different.
I can imagine.
her father did the service. That should tell you the rocking time we had at our reception.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Very sweet. Sentimental. All right. On to July 28th. Jeez. This month is just working in the future is kind of crazy because we're always having to think about like the next
Oh yeah.
year. I mean, we're already planning for 2024. So it's kind of got me a little off.
Do you have like a big calendar in that room? That
I
you work in?
should.
Yeah, you
I
have like a
should.
big whiteboard, and you all
No, I
kind
have
of.
notes scattered everywhere on my, just in the first week. So July 28th, this one's a fun one. Power of Heels puts on a fashion show. It's going to be at Lost Oak Winery.
I bet you know where that is somehow.
I do kind of know where that's at a little bit.
Yeah.
Been there maybe once or twice. Huge shout out to our title sponsor, HEB, for that. We'll have some of the local boutiques, which holy cow, at the boutiques that are in Burleson now, and I love it. They'll be participating in our fashion show this year, and we promise a fun time. So check on our website how to register for that.
It's
buy a
interesting. I'm sure you're familiar with Mary Slaney.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, who doesn't know Mary
Miss
Slaney?
Burleson herself.
Yes, she always is posting stuff on Facebook about Mecca Fox or the Pink Chandelier.
Yep. Rebecca's Boutique.
Yeah, Rebecca's. I got to know her when I did a show back in late May about local businesses. I got to go visit Rebecca's Boutique, and it's very nice. Not that I expected it to be a dump, but I mean, it's like, no, I don't want to say it wrongly.
It's
but
not her basement either.
No, it's like, hey, this is high quality stuff, and it's not that I expected different, but it's nice to know you don't have to go to Fort Worth for high quality stuff.
No, not anymore. And that suits me just fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere, but
Well, you go to like Rebecca's or these other places, and you don't need to go to the mall or go to some high end joint in Fort Worth and spend more money than you need to.
we've got it all, seriously. And it's exciting to have that. So, then this one is near and dear to my heart. It's in August. It's August 3rd. It's the BISD New Employee Luncheon. It will be at the Burleson High School cafeteria this year.
I remember when I was a new employee in 1988, they did something similar to that, but it was basically I think some chicken and something from like Chicken Express or something like that. And it was fine, but it really wasn't a big deal. Now,
Well, look at how much it's grown.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little more.
Well, it was just like get together. I met the superintendent, Mr. Cockram, at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, right? And very fine man. I don't know if he's still with us or not, but I liked him.
Let's see, Alex.
Alex will know. But anyway, but we have. Now it's a real production.
It is. It's huge and it's exciting. So it's brought to you by Texas Health Hughley Hospital and Texas Health Burleson. Those are some great people to know. It's our chance to welcome the new teachers to the Burleson community. We give away 200 welcome bags to each new employee. And we ask our members that are part of the chamber to donate 200 gifts to put in those bags. More something that the teachers can use: chapstick, candy bars, chips, water. Not so much pens, pencils, and notepads. We want something that,
But the teachers
some
could use
trail mix and
tequila and
okay, you said it, not me. Maybe some
Believe
coffee.
me.
Maybe some
for
coffee
the
pods.
little
Okay,
drawer that only you can open.
they got it under lock and key.
You're right.
So yeah, you can drop off those items if you so choose at the Burleson High School Thursday, July 27th and Monday, July 31st.
Can they bring it by your office?
Friday, yeah. What?
Can they bring? Because
I'm sure that if they needed to bring it to our office, that I could find a way to take it up there.
Well, I know-
would be more than happy to transport that.
yeah, I know a lot of these people in town are very generous about these kind of things, about welcoming teachers. Because as we got bigger as a district and bigger as a town. I would try to sneak in the new teacher thing, and then sometimes I get away with it. Sometimes I wouldn't.
She's like, don't you know who I am?
Yeah, that's right. That's what
I know.
now you're talking. Don't you know who I am? And I try to, I wouldn't take one of the gift bags, but I would try to get some of the free grub. And sometimes they said, okay, whatever. He's an old coot. But I always was very impressed with that.
Oh, it's great. And with the members, they can sponsor teachers. So you can do you can sponsor 8 teachers for $300, 4 teachers for $200, and then you can sponsor just 1 teacher if you so choose for $30. You can set up an exhibit table, showcase your business to all the new employees that are joining our community, because a lot of these new teachers are coming in from other areas and they're not quite sure what's going on in our community. So it's a great way to say welcome.
Like me, I lived in Arlington, and when W.L. Sanders called me up to come for an interview.
Not Colonel Sanders?
Yeah, W.L. Sanders. No, he's a principal at Hughes Middle School. Did you go to Hughes?
I did.
Well, you might have been part of you'd have been there.
Okay.
Anyway, he calls me up in October as an emergency hire, and he says, come to Burleson Middle School for an interview. And I'm like, I had no idea not just what that was, where Burleson was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't grow up in this area. And I said, oh, no, we're holding a school. And he said Burleson Middle School. I thought it was some school in Arlington or, Saginaw or something like that. No, we're a whole community. Come on down. First time I ever laid eyes on it. And, after a couple of years, I said, I think I want to live here because I'm going to teach here on a long-term basis.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, and I've lived here.
So glad you did.
Yeah, me too. It's been a good place, but it just, you're right. A lot of teachers come in and they don't know the community, and they don't know where to go shopping for this. They don't know where, good Mexican food is yet, and all that other stuff. And so I'm glad y'all do these kind of things.
Absolutely, we're glad that you do too. We're glad to have our members out there and welcome. So, and then. Last but not least,
of course,
I've done July, August, and September now. September 15th, the Full Circle Women's Conference. This is a day to empower us women to lead in our personal and professional lives. It'll be at Pathway Church from 9 to 3. Title sponsors, thank you, Texas Health Hughley Hospital, and Reach Across Johnson County, which I think you just mentioned that.
Our friend Charity says that she
best
loved
teacher ever.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
right, Charity? I know.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
Well, okay. Anyway, no, the thing about it, though, we've seen the town grow, but you said it still keeps a small town feel, and I think the chamber has a lot to do with that.
Yes, I believe so.
It kind of keeps us connected with each other as opposed to just kind of going about our business and trying to make money and blah, 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 that you really, create these community
to see
events.
you too, Charity.
Y'all graduated together? See,
No, Charity, we did choir together.
Okay, well, see, the years, I can remember the names and faces pretty well, but the years are like a mush to me.
Pretty sure she was 95.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you in the choir. You were big time choir.
Me?
Yeah.
Well,
Did you do the musicals?
I did the musicals. I never was a star.
Oh, okay.
In the musicals, I was always kind of the backup.
Yeah. Oh, well.
We left that to Deborah Allen Osborne.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the full.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You and I squirrel.
I know.
A
We'll
lot.
do this a lot. I'm sorry, dear.
Full Circle Women's Conference again, September 15th at Pathway Church. Our guest speakers will be Dr. Crystal Collier and Jane McGarry. Grew up watching that lovely woman on TV. Yeah, so that will be very interesting.
Alex says more commentary. Says about the people, about when they're moving here.
Yeah, well, I mean, look.
Well, from the real estate business, why people are moving here, because you can make a living here, you can go to good schools here, and we have a great police force. And those are the things you have to have.
I agree.
We get, hair pulling and, some of the elections, some pretty hard elbows thrown and all this other stuff. But I thought, man, is this normal for a small town to sometimes get after it like we do in elections? Compared to other cities, we are Sunday school in our elections. I know that sounds crazy, but it's still...
We're a passionate community. Yeah, we're still... I will say.
Yeah, but we're still, 99.9% of the people love this town.
Yes.
And even if they don't agree on this or that or this politician or this policy, whatever else, that's irrelevant. They love the town. And I think you don't always get that with a lot of communities. And again, I think the chamber is a big piece of that because you have opportunities like you just talked about to get together and schmooze and drink wine. Apparently, it lost hope.
Hello. I put on my Facebook post the other day, like going into City Market I saw 3 different people from 3 different eras of my life, you know, like you get to walk into a small, city market's still your small mom and pop shop. Locally owned and great produce. And
Do you still color Branson's by accident?
Every once in a while,
Yeah,
but
I do
I've gotten out of the habit of it. Really,
when Robin and I are talking, it's Branson still, but when I'm here, I say City Market.
City Market, yeah.
They really are a great community participant. Next Step and Harvest House and Promises. Every time they're on the show, they just praise Kurt Jaeger and how he's helping them in their various programs.
They're amazing people. And I've gotten to know just the employees just as much as I do running into other people. So, and they've become a little bit of my family too.
Yeah.
We all know a little bit about each other. Barb knows what I drink, and you know, the other ones know what's going on. So
yeah, well, it's nice to know that people care about you.
Yes, and it's well, that's another thing about. I don't know. I'm just super excited about my position now. Just being giving back and being part.
You're not involved in sales directly. I know all 3 of you, though. You're going to work towards those, but you're not the one that's cold calling and all this.
I am not going to be cold calling and beating down your door to become a member. I would hope that just hearing about all the great things that the chamber does is enough for you to come in. And if you want to know what's going on in the chamber, you can sign up for our weekly e-blast on our website, www.burlesonchamber.com. Pretty easy. Go on there. You can either become a member. You can give us a call at the chamber. I believe it's 817-295-6121.
Well, you'll get to know that by heart pretty soon.
I know that's what it is.
Okay. All right.
So if you are a member and you have an event you want to promote, email Jessica. She'll put it on the e-blast that I just spoke about. Her email address is jpounds with a P at burleson.org.
Is she on vacation right now?
She is on vacation.
Okay.
She is much deserved vacation.
Yeah, no doubt.
So also the community is welcome. This is another thing. The community is welcome to all of our ribbon cuttings. So if you want to know what business is coming, get on our website, go visit that, see when the ribbon cuttings are, come and show up at the ribbon cuttings and get to learn the businesses that have just joined. They might not actually be new to the town, but they've just joined and they're there to serve.
I have been to a couple of those, and
I like them.
They're fun. They're just very hometown kind of things, and a little bit of snacks and such. And we had last one I went to was at the Hub. I'm sure you know what that is. Yes. And Camille, by the way, is being a member. She said you could use the Hub for that. If you have a small businesses, you don't have a location that you could use the Hub for that. And so it's really I like it. I like those get-togethers because, being in business is kind of tough, and you need these kind of events, and you need the networking opportunities.
Absolutely.
The
business over breakfast is a good one for you too.
Right. The point of the chamber, not just for community, but you're trying to make a living from it, and y'all give us a lot of opportunities to get our card out or shake a couple of hands and make maybe some sort of later appointments or whatever else. Not every chamber does that. I've talked to a couple other people in other towns, and they're like, our chamber doesn't do that. We get together once a month and have coffee.
We're successful when the businesses are successful.
Well, absolutely.
So, if we all work together.
Do y'all work with other chambers, right?
That's a good question
for
Gabrina next week.
Well, you'll find out you do. You work with the Cleveland one, I know, and
we do.
An Alvarado one, I know. Y'all do some stuff. Now, the last
my third day, Allard. Come on, seriously.
Well, I'm throwing. That's why she threw you out here so I could teach you all the stuff they do because I'm been well trained by Gabrina. She's like, she's got me, on the ball. Like for one of the biggest things y'all done, if not the biggest, was that Memorial Day weekend with the fair and.
It was huge. Oh my gosh, great feedback from that too.
Yeah, and now you're probably already working on that. Yeah. It's like you raised the bar now, with that honey tour and then working with the city, that was probably one of the biggest events I've seen Burleson have since I've lived here, is that.
It was cool. It was really cool to drive through town and see the Ferris wheel up there and just know, great feedback for that.
And I asked her about that in the last show. So how did the people whose businesses are down there, how did they respond? And she said, as long as we took care of their ability to remain open, they were very supportive.
Well, it just brought in more
Yeah, they
More revenue for them.
They
I mean,
understood that, and they wanted a piece of that, but they also want to keep the doors open, so don't put the Ferris wheel right in front of my door, but that kind of thing. But it was they were. She said the people, they had zero pushback on it, no complaints. They said, "You bet, let's do this. Just let's talk about it, make sure it's all well planned." And she was planning on that thing for at least, I know, 2 months, probably longer than that.
Probably a year. Like
Yeah.
seriously, she's a planner and she's a workhorse, and I will brag on her for forever.
Yeah.
She's just, and she is a big reason.
Now, did y'all know each other prior to you joining?
We did. We met our kiddos, even though they're quite an age gap, but Gracie Baja in Burleson behind Taco Casa. They did jujitsu. They were in the same program there. And then we also met at Project U.
All right, Alex again had 3 other chambers that helped with the rest stops during Honey Tour. Oh, that's right. She did talk a lot about over 22,000 people for 4 days at the carnival. She did talk about how the other chambers kicked in support, Alvarado and Keene, I believe, and I don't know the other one. It wouldn't.
Come on, Alex, where are you on this?
I don't think it was Cleveland, but it basically that they supported this greatly. My dad used to ride a bike. He's a little too old for that now, but he used to do those fancy bikes.
The fancy one.
Yeah, no Schwinn Flyer. This was like a really expensive bike.
No Toto in the front.
No, he's spending my inheritance. Grandview, of course.
Grandview, thank you.
And
maybe you should have stepped in here, Alex, today.
Like I'll say, he'll be here Monday. Wait, you're fine. But it was, and I did the Honey Tour. Well, I didn't ride it with him, but I took care of my dad when he was here, like in the late 90s, doing the Honey Tour, and it was okay. But now, my goodness, I mean,
it's insane.
It is. It's going to be like that.
It's a takeover.
Yeah, it is. It is going to be like that race in Wichita Falls. I don't know if you know of it. Hotter Than Hell. It's in late. Yeah, it's really called that. Hotter Than Hell.
Fitting.
Yeah, it's right. It's the Saturday before Labor Day, and it's huge. I mean, my dad did it for 20 years, and we would ride up there in the RV and all this business. And I guarantee Honey Tour will be on that network of bike tours now, because these bikers, they take it pretty seriously.
Oh, I mean, they are, get out of my way.
Yeah. And they have high expectations of a tour. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. And Sabrina's done her amazing, again. She's done an amazing job with it.
Yeah. And so I would not doubt that there is a circuit that they go, and I'm guarantee you it's on the circuit now.
That'll be cool.
And then
I'll just bring in more. Bring in more
money.
revenue.
Yes.
Bring in more revenue.
It's nice to have things to do and entertain, but the bottom line is we want these businesses to make some money.
Yes.
Survive.
Be successful.
Be successful and make money and pay taxes.
Okay.
well, I shop local I've gotten in a habit a long, long time ago because they paid my salary. They pay BSD taxes.
Yes.
I want them to be active. I don't want a problem with the budget of either the city or the school being hurt because I do all my shopping somewhere else. Not that my revenue made a difference, but if everybody had that attitude, it would.
Right. And there, like you said earlier, there's no reason to really shop outside anymore.
Not really. And I hear these things, and everybody has rumors about what's coming, and this store's coming, and this restaurant's coming. I'm like, maybe once every few weeks, months, whatever, you might want to get out of town. But if I want Mexican food, I got 3 or 4 places here that are really good. And I know a couple of really good Italian joints here in town. Yep. Or at least one's not in town, but it's Via Diana. It's in the country. It's considered
excellent.
It's considered
I love Sammy's too, though.
Yeah, Sammy's is who I was referring to. And then
Am I not supposed to name drop? Sorry.
No. You could name drop all you want here. Ramwork, millwork, right, or whatever it was. Yeah.
Ramcraft.
No. This is what the show's about. I could yell about Biden tomorrow, or I will next Thursday. But as far as this is what the show's about. We name drop all the time, even if they're not like a formal sponsor. It's still, this show is meant to support this kind of activity, and
it's great. Yeah. I think I'll start listening.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Taylor?
Ooh.
Swing. I believe this is yours.
Yikes.
Don't forget Little Brothers as they.
Ooh, yes, Alex, they are. Little Brothers up by Albertsons. They have some of the best pizza.
Really? I haven't been
Yes.
there before.
Go try them out. Yeah,
Okay.
up there by Albertsons. Thank you.
Well, they have various different kinds. I
They're
like.
kind of stuck back in the corner back up there, between the pool store and
Okay, I'll give it a shot
Albertsons.
because
for
my
sure.
daughter and I like pizza. My wife is, it was okay. My wife is very limited menu, so.
I eat.
You-
Give me food.
Well, you must have high metabolism because, you work out a lot and all that stuff.
No.
Okay, well, you're lucky then.
Yeah,
All right, well, thank you, Alex, for that one. See, he's always on the ball with that.
he is.
So what do you hope to do with the chamber? You have, what do you see your role?
My role,
Yeah.
I want to bring in a couple of more different from my past, some different sponsorships. One of them, I'm going to go ahead and announce it, Teacher of the Month. Teachers, because of you and Mr. Phillips and
Mr. Phillips.
Miss Pesnell, Miss Debbie Pesnell,
Right.
well, shaped me.
I think I haven't heard from her in quite some time, but I believe she's still teaching up in Fort Worth, last I heard. Up in that Fine Arts Academy off of Hewlin.
She's still teaching. Okay, I thought she retired.
She did, and
Then she went back. She can't get enough. So
yeah, that's exactly. She retired and come back. Yeah.
Teachers are near and dear to me. So that's something that I've kind of come up with for us to do for our members to sponsor teachers once a month. And just kind of think outside the box and come up with another.
Just keep.
Just keep growing.
Keep growing.
We want to keep growing. We want to keep sporting. And if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have anything that you would like to know about, I'm learning. I'll learn with you. But give us a call.
I when Gabrina told me yesterday you were coming, I thought, I saw your married name. I said, I'm quite sure I knew who you were, but I want to make sure. But because sometimes I've been silly, but I knew who you were. And I said, perfect for that position you're in.
Thank you.
You really are, because you're not shy.
You think?
Yeah, and you're going to be able to talk to anybody, and people, call you on the phone. You're going to be very good and personable, not like, mumble and stumble. And when you're out there on those events, we're going to have to, time to go.
Down.
Yeah, time to go, because I know you like to, socialize and visit.
do. I am a social butterfly.
Yes, and you will enjoy it. And I said that's perfect, because
Thank you.
Well, and also your strong Burleson connections and affection.
Truly is. And I really think that this is, it's home, not just literally, but it's in, it's home to me. It's near and dear to my heart. And it's really neat to be working with people that I haven't been able to work with in the past. And it's kind of my chance now to join the Colin Gregory and the Alex Phillips and the Saras and give back.
Yeah,
So,
it really is.
I mean, yes, I am working, but I'm also helping. So
Well, it's one of those jobs you don't feel like you're working.
no.
That's a good thing. When you don't feel like you're working and you're getting paid, that's a good deal.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah. And like I said, I think you're spot on for this type of job, because you need somebody that with all your qualities. And I'm really pleased to see you a part of it. I always let the guests have the last word. So what do you want us to know in the last few minutes we got?
I feel like I've said it all. Really? You just put me on the spot like that?
No, you just summarize it, because not everybody watches all the way to the end, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, so we really do want you to visit burlesonchamber.com. Sign up for our email, the e-blast email that you will get weekly from Jessica. For our members that want to sign up for anything, you can check out all the events that are coming up. And if you are not a member, please give us a call, 817-295-6121. If you want to speak to me. Option 3. You can call and ask me all the questions. I can give you some information that you can't get on the website. But we look forward to helping our community grow and make you successful.
Well, always look forward to the show. And I don't know, tell Gabrina.
I want to come back and just visit with you. I like talking to you and Alex.
Well, that's up to Gabrina. It wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. I mean, if Gabrina says, she'll probably want to do it a handful of times, but now that she has you, it's going to be helpful, because I know she was working double time, and
The woman works like crazy.
so this will hopefully it'll take a little bit to load off of her.
I hope so. I hope I can make her proud and be her right hand.
Well,
Or, I guess Jessica is her right hand. I'll be her left hand.
Okay, there you go. Next Monday we have Alex, like we've been talking about. Tuesday we have Sarah Carlson from Municipal Matters and all the stuff that she does, and we're going to have a lot of conversation. We can have a roundtable discussion.
I like it.
Okay, that'd be fine too. I got plenty of time in August, certainly.
Reunion.
Yeah. Next Thursday is open, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have a guest. Maybe I'll just be on my usual rant, but who knows? But we have a very full July. I think I only have one more open date after next week, so we're booked pretty good. So we'll try to get something in August.
That'll work.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thanks, Taylor.